I'm looking at you, and what do I see? A happy face smiling back at me. And when I smile, you do too. Happy to see me, happy to see you, doing what we like to do. Happy to see you, happy to see me. Do it with me. I like you. Good job. Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's a good sunny day today. It's Wednesday, April. I know there's a 2 and a 2 together. How do you say 2 and 2 together? We're not adding them together. We're just writing a 2 next to a 2. What number is that? 22. This is Wednesday, April 22. Very nice. And what's the year? What's the name of our year? 2020. Whoa, good job. Wednesday, April 22, or you could say April 22nd, 2020. Nice work. Today is Wednesday, so don't say it. Do you understand me? Don't say it. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Woo! Oh, you did it. You're so good at that. We don't even need to practice that anymore, do we? I don't think so. I stopped by and brought you some homework a couple days ago. Some of you I got to see and some of you I didn't, but I think you all got your homework. One thing in your bag was a happy journal. We were working on our happy journals, so now you're working on them at home. And guess what? If I were going to make a happy journal page today, if I had a happy journal, which I don't, but if I did, I would make a page that said, worms make me happy. Do worms make you happy? I love worms. The little squirmy, kind of sticky little red worms. Oh, they're so good because I was working in my garden. My hands are kind of dirty still. I was working in my garden, and when I was digging up the weeds, I kept finding worms. And you know what worms do for your garden? They help it so much. They dig little holes and they make it so the rain can come down and the roots can grow better, and they just take such good care of the dirt. So I would write on my happy page today, I love worms. Or I could write, worms make me happy. Yep, you could do that too, but only if you love worms. Have you written any pages in your happy journal yet? And how about your writing around the house clipboard? I know some of you have done some writing around the house because I saw pictures of the work that you did. You're doing a good job. Those clipboards are so much fun, and I think that your grown-ups are going to say, I didn't know you could write those words. How'd you learn to write those words? You're doing it, aren't you? Did they put some words up around the house for you so you could write? I think that's a really, really good project for you to do. And I picked up a couple of no pages. Remember your homework from a few days ago was make a page for our no book. Remember the No David stories? And remember I read to you the stories that some other classes made about no, not David, no, whoever it was. And so I asked you to do it. So it's going to be, no, read. And then you write whatever it is. Reed will write whatever it is and make a picture of whatever it is that his mommy and daddy say no about. And you all have to do that, remember? And I'm going to figure out a way to get those pages collected so I can make it into a book. Don't worry about that. Just get your page done. And then in a week or two, I'll tell you how to get your page to me. Does that sound like a plan? Okay. I want to read a book to you this morning. And I have to tell you, this is a book that a little girl gave me last year. She was in our class last year. And a sweet, nice little girl, just so nice. Guess what she did? She gave me a book called We Don't Eat Our Classmates. What? This little girl that gave me the book, her name was Maddie. Still is Maddie. She goes to the big school now. We don't eat our classmates. Maddie, of course we don't eat our classmates. Wait till you hear this silly, silly book that she gave to me. Are you ready to listen to it? The author's name is Ryan T. Higgins. And Mr. Ryan T. Higgins is the author. That means he wrote the book. He wrote the words for the story, right? And do you remember that word illustrator? Illustrator, we talk about it a lot. The illustrator is the person that drew the pictures for the book. Guess what Mr. Higgins did? He wrote the story and drew the pictures. So he's got a lot of talent, doesn't he? Except we don't need our classmates. What? Let's find out what this is about. It has a pretty cover on it, and I'm going to take the cover off so that it doesn't get messed up, and I'll read you the story. What is that? Apple juice with some straws connected. Let's see what's on the back. Uh-oh. It's in a goldfish bowl? What's that about? Maddie, I don't know about you, girl. Okay, let's read the story from Maddie called, what is it again? We Don't Eat Our Classmates. Oh boy. Look, she even wrote her name right there, so I'll never forget who gave it to me. We Don't Eat Our Classmates. It's a story about a dinosaur. Her name is Penelope Rex. Now, before we even get started on this story, tell me what you think. Do you think this is a story that could be true? Or do you think it's a story from Mr. Higgins' imagination? What do you think? I think it's from his imagination, because I never heard of a dinosaur going to school before. Ever, ever, ever. Dinosaurs don't exist anymore, do they? And even when they did, they never went to school. Okay. Penelope Rex was nervous. It's not every day that a little T-Rex goes to the first day of school. There's Penelope, and she's a little bit nervous because she's going to her first day of school. Her mother came into her room in the morning. Look at that beautiful room she has. Lots of dinosaurs to play with. Dinosaurs everywhere, as a matter of fact. And there's Mama peeking in the door. It says Penelope right over the door with hearts. And there she is making a table with things to do for her dinosaur toys. Penelope looks at her mommy and says, Mom, what are my classmates going to be like? Are they going to be nice? How many teeth will they have, Mom? Did you ever ask your mommy, how many teeth are my classmates going to have? No, can't really happen, right? How many teeth will they have? It's very important for her to know how many teeth her friends are going to have at school. Let's see what we got here. Penelope's mom bought her a new backpack. It had ponies on it. You know why she liked ponies? Because they tasted delicious. What? Well, she liked to eat ponies, I guess. And Dad packed her lunch. Do you know what Dad packed in her lunch? 300 tuna sandwiches. And 1 box of apple juice. Let's see if we can get that closer so you can see it. 300 tuna fish sandwiches and 1 box of apple juice. Could Penelope eat 300? I guess maybe she could. We'll find out. There's her lunch. And finally, it was time to go to the first day of school. Oh, Penelope was nervous. She was going to go meet all her dinosaur friends in that school. And when she got to the door, she was very surprised because she found something out. As she walked in the door, she realized, oh dear, all of my classmates are children. They're not dinosaurs. Look at Penelope's face. She can't believe it. They're all children. They're not dinosaurs. And there's the teacher. Oh boy. I have to tell you this. Penelope thinks children taste delicious. Oh my goodness. All of her classmates were children. You'd think that would make her very happy, but let's see what happens. These pages don't want to come apart. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Penelope ate them all. She ate all of them. There are no children left. and they were delicious. She loved them. And there's the teacher. Penelope Rex, said Mrs. Noodleman. We don't eat our classmates. Spit them out right now. Spit them out at once. Penelope had all those classmates in her belly, and Mrs. Noodleman said, spit them out. So she did. Penelope spit them out. And they all came out of her belly. Oh, they were not happy. Look at these kids. They are not happy with Penelope, are they? It was not the best way for Penelope to start her first day of school. Oh, what a mess. And Mrs. Noodleman was not happy. Nobody was happy with Penelope. So Penelope decided, I think I can make this a really good day. I'm going to try harder to make it a good day. So she decided, now don't forget, Penelope, when I go outside, I'm going to try really hard to be a kind friend. So she decided on the playground, she would help the kids come down the slide. She would catch them, but she was going to use her mouth to catch them. Do you think that made them happy? They're going to go down the slide and land in the dinosaur's mouth? I don't think so, Penelope. Not a good idea. So then she finger painted her very best work. Only, let's see if I can get it to you. It was a picture of a dinosaur with his mouth wide open and a little child inside. That going to make the kids happy? No, they don't want to think about Penelope eating them again, do they? No. And at lunchtime, she even saved a chair for this boy named Griffin. She thought that would be so kind and he could sit by her. But I don't want to sit there, he said. No, thank you. He didn't want to sit by Penelope. He was still afraid of her. Well, it went on that way during the day until finally Penelope started to notice everyone was playing and having a good time. Everyone except Penelope. Look at all these kids were playing with the blocks. Penelope was playing by herself. Why do you think that was? I think so too. They were afraid of her, weren't they? They didn't like it because she knocked things down and she wasn't kind and she tried to eat them. That wasn't a good idea, was it, Penelope? And it's circle time, look. Remember how we all sit in a circle together at circle time? They were all sitting on one side of the circle, and where was Penelope? All by herself on the other side. Oh dear, poor Penelope. When it was time to play outside, they all stayed away from her. Oh, it was a lonely time for Penelope. It was so lonely. Everybody playing except for Penelope. Oh dear. When she got home that afternoon, her dad said, "How was your first day of school, Penelope?" I didn't make any friends, said Penelope. None of the children wanted to play with me, Dad. Nobody wanted to play with me. I didn't make any friends. It was not a good day. Penelope Rex looked at her father, and her father looked at her, and he said, "Did you try to eat your classmates, young lady?" "Well," said Penelope, well, maybe just a little bit I tried." Did she? She ate them a lot, didn't she? She ate them all up, and then she spit them back out again. Oh, dear. "Sometimes," said Dad, "it's very hard to make friends. Especially if you try to eat them. Don't do that again, Penelope." And he patted her on the head. You see, Penelope, children, little children, like in your classroom, are just like little dinosaurs. They like to play with each other and have fun, but they don't like to be eaten. You don't want anybody to eat you, do you, Penelope? "No, Daddy, I don't." Okay. So when it was time for Penelope to go to bed that night, she lay in her bed And she thought, and she thought, and she thought, how can I do this better? So the next day, when she got ready to go to school, she thought to herself, I'm going to try really hard, so hard. There she is, she's singing, I'm going to try really hard. Uh-oh. But Penelope could not stop herself from eating her classmates. She couldn't help it, she just did it anyway. But poor Penelope was in trouble. Mrs. Noodleman, said one of the classmates. Penelope ate William again. She ate William again. Help me, Mrs. Noodleman, she ate William. Oh my goodness. She got in trouble again. And all the children ran the other direction. They didn't want to sit near her or be near her. They just ran away. They didn't want to be eaten, did they? Everybody ran away from Penelope. There was nobody there for her to play with, except for the goldfish, whose name was Walter. Walter was a goldfish. He's kind of cool, isn't he? A little old goldfish. But he's the only one that didn't run away from Penelope. Why couldn't he run away? He couldn't get out of his goldfish bowl, could he? So Penelope tried to make friends with Walter. She looked at him and she very nicely said, will you be my friend? And then she stuck her finger in the bowl to touch Walter and say, could you be my friend? That was probably not a really good idea, was it? Let's see what happened. She stuck her finger in the bowl, didn't she? She was just going to touch him and said, let's be friends. And guess what he did? You know what that word says? Chomp! There's an exclamation mark. That means, whoa, he meant it. It was serious. Walter chomped on Penelope's finger. Uh-oh. This had never happened to Penelope before. Look at these words. This big one up here says, he's eating my finger. Oh, Penelope did not know what to do. She was being eaten by a goldfish. Did she like it? She did not like it one bit, did she? Oh, look at there. She is sitting at her table with her finger all bandaged up and kind of a strange look on her face like, what just happened? I don't understand it. But Penelope found out what it was like to be eaten. She was somebody's snack. Whose snack was she? She was Walter's snack. She put her finger in there and Walter was going to have it for a snack, right? She didn't want to be someone's snack. And so she decided, I won't eat children anymore. I won't make them my snack. I didn't like him when Walter did that to me. I won't do that to them either. And so there they are all sitting in the classroom together, hearing a story from Mrs. Noodleman. And nobody's afraid of Penelope because she learned her lesson, didn't she? She didn't want anybody to be afraid of her. She stopped eating her classmates. She didn't even try to eat the barbecue sauce off this little girl when she spilled it on her shirt. Didn't try it. She just ate her tuna sandwiches, all 300 of them. And soon, Penelope made friends. Instead of standing at the bottom of the slide with her mouth open waiting to eat them, she hid behind the slide and they say, we see you, we found you. And then one day she even made brownies and said, would you like a brownie? I made them. I'll share them with you. What was Penelope learning? She was learning how to be a kind friend, wasn't she? I love that story. Don't tell Maddie yet, though. Let's see what happens. Now, even when the children look especially delicious, sometimes she still wants to eat them, but she doesn't. But sometimes she'll think, oh, that little girl looks really delicious. I'm just going to pop her right in my mouth. Nope. She tells herself no. And when she does that, she looks right at Walter and she remembers, I did not like it when you took a bite of my finger. I am not going to eat a child ever again. But when she looked at Walter like that to get the reminder, you know what Walter did? Walter, the goldfish, stared right back at Penelope and thought about, I'm going to have you for lunch someday. That goldfish thought he was still going to be able to get Penelope. Did he want that to happen? Did Penelope want that to happen? No, she did not, did she? And then she ran away as fast as she could, because she knew the goldfish thought she was delicious. She wanted to go back and play with her friends. Now, did she find out how to make friends? She did, didn't she? To be kind. I want to show you at the very beginning of the story, there's the little Penelope. And she's saying to you guys, hey kids, you will never be eaten by a T-Rex because they are extinct. I promise. Never going to happen. They're extinct, and you know what extinct means, right? They don't live out there anymore. So, Penelope learned her lesson about being a kind friend. You guys have learned a lot of lessons at school this year about being kind friends too, haven't you? But you never once tried to eat your classmates, did you? Thank you, Maddie, for that fun book. It was a very, very, very fun book, and thank you for giving it to us to share with our friends. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Be good.